welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Steelers and the 49ers, and it comes your way next.
It has been a season of ups and downs, twists and turns. It all comes to a conclusion here tonight as we welcome you on this February night to the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. This is Super Bowl 59. This one is for all the marbles. It's the AFC champion, Pittsburgh Steelers, and the champions of the NFC, the San Francisco 49ers. Around the globe, wherever you are, thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson, our first Super Bowl together partner. It has been an unpredictable 2024 season, and it all culminates in an unpredictable place, New Orleans, Louisiana.
This is certainly for the two of us to be able to sit up here together and watch it unfold in real time. It's pretty special, and you just keep thinking all week, who's going to be that breakout player? What's going to be that signature drive or play that decides the outcome of this game? There's been some special moments over the years on these Super Bowl. I know you and I are excited when this thing gets kicked off to see if we have another one in store.
Right to the air from the 30 on the first play. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
The NFL's leading rusher a season ago, Christian McCaffrey. Able to tiptoe around one tackler, but not a second. He'll be taken down for no gain right at the line of scrimmage. He'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. So, on 4th down, the Aussie, Mitch Wisnowski, out to punt. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
As much as you try to tell yourself, Mike, that this is just another game, the reality is it just isn't. It doesn't matter if it's your first Super Bowl or your 10th. This is the game you've dreamt about playing in from the first time you put on pads all the way back in Pop Warner. You're bound to get emotional in some capacity, but you have to get that out of the way and get ready to do everything in your power to turn those childhood dreams of hosting the Lombardi into a reality. As long as this guy does his part, you're going to have a fighting chance to come out on top.
That's caught by the tight end, Darnell Washington.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
He will have a Steelers first down by about a yard. So they pick it up on 3rd and 2.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance. But I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough. And they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
Shows you the elusiveness getting out of one tackle, but not the other. Fortunate, really, to get back to the line of scrimmage on that play. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. He's got his tight end. That's fire move. His first catch of this Super Bowl. And good for the 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
On the handoff, it's Harris. That's 11 yards again. 2 plays in a row. And another 1st down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Linebacker Fred Warner brings him down. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll look to throw. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there. Now it's going to be 3rd down. Back to throw. He'll try to run for it. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. Trying left side, here's Harris. And strong running in deep. Inside the 10-yard line, a gain of 9 on the carry. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Another run here with Harris. And he will have the 1st down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains. They'll run with Harris. He is in. Najee Harris. Touchdown Steelers. That opens the scoring here in Super Bowl 59. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Safe kick taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The 49ers offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. So Kittle comes in motion. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This is taken at the 25. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Steelers offense ready for their second possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. This drive begins with a run by Harris. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Now he'll run it. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. A run with Harris. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. 2nd and a yard. They'll give it to Harris again. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down. So after one here in Super Bowl 59, it's the Steelers with the early lead. More from New Orleans after this. First and 10. A run. Here's Harris. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Now a deep ball toward the end zone. Roman Wilson was the intended target, and it'll be 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. That far into the intended.
Approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but they continue to get that matchup. This quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll give to McCaffrey on the option. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
They'll go back to McCaffrey on 1st down. And he'll get forward for a couple. Cole Holcomb in on the tackle. 2nd down and 8. Now this time they'll look to throw. The 2nd down throw is incomplete. He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. Samuel has it working in the middle. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. Now they got a 4th down decision to make.
The Steelers offense and running back Najee Harris getting set to take over once more. And before this drive starts, let me take a look at the race as it stands to see who might take home the NFL's Offensive Player of the Year award. They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll throw out of the gun. And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. So first, the decision to throw down here backed up near your own goal line. And the defense gets to the quarterback, sacking him, Greg, in the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field, you have to trust that your quarterback is going to have the clock in his head to get the ball out of his hand. In this case, he holds on to it too long. The defense is able to get to him in the end zone, and it results in the safety.
So after that safety, it is a free kick, and that comes from the 20. Taken at the 19. The Niners offense ready to take over possession of the football. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. George Kittle was the intended target that time. And it'll bring up 2nd down. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
His first catch of this Super Bowl, and good for the 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
They'll look to throw yet again. He'll complete that to his fullback.
Seems like the fullback is kind of the last of a dying breed, but we see them used occasionally in the run game. But man, when you have a guy that you can target in the passing game, it just adds one more layer for a defense to have to worry about.
And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. From out of the gun, he'll throw. And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down, back in the backfield, in the area of holding.
Still second down.
That's caught by McCaffrey. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Throwing now on 3rd and long, and that is incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the intended receiver there. And it's going to be 4th down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Harris. And a strong 1st down run. A pickup of 9. Setting up 2nd and short. They run it over center with Harris. And he's going to have a 1st down. Tackle made up at the 33-yard line.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. Now it's Harris. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Give up the middle to Harris. And he's going to have a 1st down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the 1st down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
To the air now on 1st and 10. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but They have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
So, here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. Diamador Lenore there defensively to break that one up. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. To the goal line and in. Roman Wilson. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
And that was just a great drive. Really, from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm. Mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. You can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns. Man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The 49ers offense going to take over here in the last minute of this 1st half. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with 1st down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. The Steelers offense going to get it one final time in this 1st half. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. He'll take a shot. Looking for Wilson. Charvarius Ward able to get the hand in there and make the play.
We've already seen these 2 guys connect for a touchdown in this game, and had they been on the same page there, I think they would have been able to add to that total. Unfortunately for them, just a little bit off, and it falls incomplete.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. Timeout 49ers. That is their 2nd. As that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. On 4th down, here's Cameron Johnston to punt for Pittsburgh. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. He'll let one go downfield for Jennings. That's to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Mika Fitzpatrick. So we have reached halftime of Super Bowl 59 here in New Orleans. And for the final time this year, we send it to Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. And what a season this has been, and it is nearing a conclusion. You guys enjoy the show out there. We'll get it back out to you, too, in just a moment. We got a fine first half out of the former Alabama man, Najee Harris. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. These teams finishing off their final adjustments. We're about ready for the second half of Super Bowl 59.
Here at
and to bring it
Super Bowl.
your way, we go back to Mike Tirico.
He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Steelers offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Here comes Harris on the toss to the right. And he'll bring this to about the 25. Linebacker Fred Warner brings him down. Hook him up on a 2nd down and 8. A dive and a catch. Incredible. His first catch of this Super Bowl. And good for the first down.
So, Mike, you look back at the quarterback and you see that this ball is coming out of his hand and it's going to be low. And the decision's made. You've got to go down to the ground to secure the catch. First order of business. Your hands are between the ground and the ball, no matter what that looks like. And then once you secure it, you've got to roll, protect the ball, and under no circumstances can that ball move or hit the ground. And how often do we see a great catch overturned on replay? So it's not easy. You get paid to catch them all.
That's another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18. A give, and here comes Harris. And he'll work his way down inside the 40. Tashawn Gibson on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. Diamador Lenore there defensively to break that one up. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He'll let this go for Pickens. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. This will be from 56 yards away. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Steelers add on to their lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. 49ers offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. That one incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and good for the first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently. If they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Here's 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. He's got his tight end, Kittle. Big strides. Look at him go. And he will go all the way. George Kittle. Touchdown, San Francisco. Using the tight end to get to the end zone, Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry. What an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, and this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here.
The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late.
Defense.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. On the toss, it's Harris. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line.
What you love about these running backs, Mike, is that their confidence is that they can make every play a big play. But in this case, sometimes you have to know, all right, it's over. Cut my losses, try to get back to the original line of scrimmage and survive to the next down, but tries to make this play extended, takes a big loss. Let's call it for what it is, Mike. I mean, right now, this team is winning in spite of him. Certainly not because of him. And what's really concerning is that's the most important position on the team. And if they are able to hold on and they do pull this game out.
He works free, right side. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
What can I say, Mike? Good things happen when you get the ball to your tight end, but in all seriousness, think about what this guy has to handle in the passing game. Not only to be the possession guy, convert first downs underneath, but then have the ability to be the matchup to get downfield and be vertical in the passing game. There's not a lot of tight ends around the league that can do both, and when you have them, I don't blame the quarterback for looking his way. Ourselves a bit of a one-man wrecking crew out there for a minute, huh, Mike? I mean, dishing out punishment to every defender in his way. I'll tell you, the next guy who comes in one-on-one, he's going to have that run in the back of his mind.
One more time, it's Harris. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Najee Harris, touchdown Steelers. That is 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, Give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This one taken at the 7. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Niners offense about ready to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Weed.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
This offense and their running back heading back on the field. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has, without a doubt, been the driving force in this offense so far. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the give, it's Harris. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. Off play action. He'll set up to throw.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
They'll try to run for it with Harris. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal coming up. They're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it with Harris. And he will score again. Najee Harris. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. With that, he ties the Super Bowl record, his 3rd touchdown of the night. And making a hat trick, that is his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. A big reason his team is on top.
And so far, Mike, this run game has been the difference, and we're going to see in the second half. Now, can they protect this lead? Because, Mike, that's where a run game has its most value. And so far, this guy's been incredible.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Niners offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. From the 25, they'll go to work. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Samuel brings this in along the sideline. It's a gain of 10 yards. It's good for a Niners first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Going right back to Samuel. He's got it again. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching. I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
They'll send a tight end in motion. They run once more with McCaffrey. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the Steelers' 46-yard line.
Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down. What will be the final act here in this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here in Super Bowl 59. EA Sports back for the fourth from SoFi after this. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Has his man. It's Samuel. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
Looking to Samuel on the out route.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
He'll drop to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Third down, 3 to go. So Kittle comes in motion. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And the Niners are going to be set up. First and goal coming up. They'll mark them down at the 6-yard line.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
And they'll run here with McCaffrey. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up second and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal at the 7-yard line.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, 49ers. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this quarter.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10. This drive begins with a run by Harris. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll give it to Harris again. And he maneuvers his way forward, a gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the 38-yard line.
They'll come up now for second down and 4. Now they'll set up to throw. Now he'll run it. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
Here's Harris. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. Another run here with Harris. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
On first down, right back to Harris. And he does some good work on the ground here. Going to take it inside the 30 with a run of 8 yards. Here's second and 2. A run. Here's Harris. And that'll be a gain of 2 and a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Here's a give left side to Harris. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
And this is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down. And in this case, they do it for a loss.
He keeps it himself. A pickup of 14 as he takes it to the 14.
Anytime the quarterback has the ability to extend the play with his legs, it just puts so much pressure on the defense. Here you are thinking you have all the routes manned up, there's nowhere to go with the ball, and next thing you know, he breaks the pocket, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Not much happening there, just a short gain. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
To play in Super Bowl 59. We're back to write a finish to the season after this. Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is 3rd and long. He'll try and get there on the... And he will score. Touchdown, Steelers. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Boswell now following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. The return starts from the 5. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Niners offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Right away, they'll set under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. The NFL sack leader for 2023, T.J. Watt, gets in there to bring him down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring...
That's 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Mika Fitzpatrick. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Shotgun snap, and they give it to Harris. And this offensive line creating running space. He'll get 6 and get inside the 10-yard line. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They're going to run out of the gun, and here's Harris. Tough to bring down, and somehow he manages to get 4 yards out of that. And the Steelers have done it. They are your Super Bowl champions. It's a franchise rich with success, and now once again, the Lombardi Trophy belongs to the Pittsburgh Steelers, champions of Super Bowl 59. So that will put a wrap on this year on EA Sports. Thanks to my partner, Greg Olson, for a great first season together in the booth. Until the fall, Mike Tirico, good night from the Super Bowl in New Orleans.